Now, speaking of Filipino pride, Filipino talent shines bright once again in Hollywood. Filipino American filmmaker Ryan Moore's short film, When We Dance, premiered and even won awards at the 2023 Beverly Hills Film Festival last month. Ryan joins us now live via Zoom from Los Angeles, California. Magandang umaga sa iyo, Ryan, and of course, good afternoon for you in LA.
Good morning, Christine. Thank you for having me on.
Well, it's wonderful to have you with us. I mean, first up, congratulations. I mean, can you beat that? Best Editing, Best Jury Short Film Award for When We Dance. I mean, what were your thoughts entering this prestigious awards event?
I honestly didn't expect to win because the competition was very steep. We were in the opening, we played during opening night at the TCL Chinese Theater. And, some of the short films we played against had Martin Sheen, Ron Perlman, they had actors from The West Wing. So incredible, talented filmmakers there that we were up against. And in our short film, we didn't have any known names. In fact, most of our actors are first-time actors. We were the only Filipino centric story featuring Filipino cast and Filipino crew. So I really didn't expect to win. I was just happy to be there, to be in such good company.
I mean, even that being said, I mean, it makes victory so much sweeter. I mean, considering all that you had to go through and, even trying to convince, some of your actors to be part of this short. When We Dance, as I understand, it spans, about 15, maybe 20 minutes. What is it about and what actually inspired you to write this story?
What When We Dance is really about it's about never giving up on your dreams, regardless of the obstacles, the adversity you face. I have always wanted to tell Filipino-centric stories in Hollywood. Ever since I lived in Manila, I came back to the States wanting to make films like this, but it's been really hard. This film really is a reminder to myself too, to never give up. And I hope that it serves as a sort of a calling for other Filipinos to tell their own stories. I think that we have so much untapped talent. That's in front of the camera and behind the camera. So I just really wanted to keep pushing forward with my own dream. And this was something that took a long time to make because as we were starting rehearsal, the pandemic hit. And then I almost thought that it would never happen, that we would never go through with it because some of the actors are senior citizens. One in particular is in his 80s. He was 80 years old when we started this process. And I was afraid to put him in harm's way, and then there were some younger actors too, one of whom it was, even as a young teenager. So I thought, is this worth it? But we pushed through, and I guess winning the awards validated the effort, validated the journey.
Well, definitely so worth it. I mean, considering, once again, all of the challenges that you had to go through. You had the COVID, and you had that situation happening on the side. You had no names happening also on the one side. But what's interesting to note, actually, a few things that I want to ask you would be about the Manongs. I mean, this is something that I was not really aware of. I mean, how did you come to discover that and enough for you to say, hey, why don't we make a film about this?
So the Manongs are a forgotten group of Filipino farmers who were the first migrant workers to come from the Philippines in the 1920s to America. And they really laid the groundwork for myself, for my family, for everyone to come here to the States. And I wanted to pay homage to them. I wanted to honor them because their sacrifices have really gone overlooked in history. And I wanted to tell a Filipino story in a universal way so that people would resonate with it, of all ethnic backgrounds. So I felt like as a Filipino American, it felt right um, to use their story and combine it with something that meets today with a historic with history, so that basically some people who are non-Filipino and maybe younger Filipino Americans too, Filipinos all over the world, could also learn about an important part of history.
Well, definitely an interesting short, that we must all, try and watch. It is out for us to see. What's next for you, Ryan? I mean, you've done so much. You've done the Manny documentary. This is actually your first time to write a short film. What's next for you?
Historically, I mean, I've done documentaries for the most part, but I've always dreamt of working with actors in front of the camera and writing, directing scripted films. So now my goal is to come back to the Philippines and shoot a Hollywood movie there. That's my dream. It's something that I've always dreamt about doing, and so that's what I'm currently working on, is going back there and it's basically laying the foundation for that to start to happen. And I'm hoping to start shooting as early as next year. That's my goal. It's something I've been writing for quite some time. So, that's, I'm hoping as early as January, I'll be filming out there.
Wow, that's quite soon. So you must already have a storyline in play. And
Oh,
do you
yeah.
have any ideas on who you would like to tap to be part of this wonderful film of yours?
I would love to work with Dolly De Leon.
There you go.
Yeah, she would be incredible. There are some other actors as well that I would love to work with. So yeah, fingers crossed.
Anyway, let's just put it out there in the universe, and we do hope that it will happen. And once you're here, we hope to get you here in the studio. I mean, amazing stuff that you have done. Keep raising the Filipino flag wherever you go. Congratulations once again, Ryan, and thank you so much for joining us here on New Day.
Thank you, Christine. And one last thing, if you can watch the short, it's on YouTube now. When We Dance is playing now on YouTube, so you can watch it.
Definitely, we must. I saw it earlier and it was wonderful. Thank you so much for putting it out there.